This daf Yerushalmi Shabbos in the article Ozvar edition with the top of Lam Beis Nav. There is a header. Metalfli Ner Chadash Abel Yashim right being the Gemara. In the Vilna there is no header. It just starts Hesi Rabbi Chia Baraba. Next line. So we're going to learn here like to read Baz. I'm going to read the read Baz inside. Hesi Rabbi Chia Baraba. Avat Nia Koivin Sasam Ner Frochem Shal B'Yorda Sugya Chamura. Difficult Sugya. The Moshe V'Noim Yerushalmi Zam Megiyim Shuzay Shach Sugya Gam. Say learn the Sugya is going. This discussion is actually from the prior discussion, the end of Allah Vav, and they affix it to the end of Allah Vav. Nearly is Sophia Nizati Pshitos. I think it's simple. The Hachi Pshuto, Hachi Pshuto, this is what it means. The Kam Yishai Mukda Samu Usahi. Later on, I'm going to learn that the basket we're talking about, the putting in front of the the chickens is repugnant. It's designated for putting on top of it chicks of Marbitim Shom Glal, and they defecate there. So why is ever they ask questions? Why is this basket superior to an old candle? The old candle now allowed to carry because muktzah machmas mius. Mishani in response to the masnisin asik Rabbi that's really muktzah machmas mius. Our Mishnah, which forbids carrying their moving their yashon on Shabbos, is because it holds a muktzah machmas mius. I've read Meir Poligasa. Meir argues usvile the colonnaders with metaltlin. Those are all candles will be carried. The lace the muktzah machmas mius. Like muktzah machmas isser. He doesn't hold a muktzah machmas mius. He doesn't hold the something repugnant becomes muktzah. Only something which is muktzah on account of it being used for an also purpose on Shabbos. In our Mishnah, we said that that's Rabbi Shimon. So the question is what the difference is with Shimon. That Gemara is going to get into that. Hey, so again, back to the Gemara. Rechir asked a question about Nia, and then we learn Kofin and Tzalif Nev Rokum Shal B'Yardu. You can move the basket to go for the chicks go up and down on Shabbos. Seems contradictory our mission, which says that you can't move the Ner Yashon. So it says, well, I mean, that which the prohibition moved Ner Yashon, that's Abuda. Tani Kol Ner Spaltin, Chutzman Ner Dolik B'Shabbos, Divi Rabbi Meir. And Meir says, there is no muktzah machmas mius, only muktzah machmas isser. Your man Ner Chodesh Muktzah Tatlu. He says, no. There's muktzah machmas. It's only a new candle you can carry. You can't have an cheres, which gets disgusting when you use it. V'yosh osta tatlu, now to carry an old one. Yoshemer kol neiros metalti chutz ner dolik b'Shabbos. All candles can be moved except for candle which actually burn on Shabbos. Again, the question is what the mitzvah is Rabbi Shimon Meir. Kava mutal tatlu. If it's but in any event, as Shimon continues, which will also be presumably Rabbi Meir Shita, that once it's extinguished, since there's no isser involved, you're allowed to carry it. Rabbi Yirmiyah, Rabbi Ba, Rabbi Ba, Shreim, Mishem, Rabbi Yochanan, they both said Rabbi Yochanan, Chadamar, one said, Divi, Rabbi Meir, according to Rabbi Meir, Kol HaMyuchad LeIsur Asur, anything which is normally used for, normally, should say anything which is normally designated for the use of Isur is Asur. Chadamar Kol Sheyichtu. You have to specifically designate it explicitly. The Isser Osir. Not just its miyuchad, has to be yichdo. You have to designate for that purpose. We don't know which of the two Amoraim said what. I mean, Madama Rabbi Chanina, Rabbi Yirmiyah, Rabbi Chanina said, Rabbi Yirmiyah Shol, he asked, Hahain Livna, a brick, lav communal Isser, even though he didn't designate for Isser, is not he doesn't designate specifically for Isser, verbally designated for Isser, isn't it Miyuchad, isn't it intrinsically designated Isser? Havi Duamar Kol Miyuchad L'Isser Osir. So his teachers say that he's one who holds anything which is Miyuchad L'Isser, he can't move on Shabbos. It's going to be Muktzah. Even though you're not miyachid it explicitly. Now the next line, Man Damar, Yuchad Koshken Yuchad Man Damar Yuchad Lo, the Mashbiach changes. And we'll go with the Mashbiach change. Man Kosh Yichtel Iser, Koshken Miyuchad. He says Yichtel Iser, Koshken Miyuchad, Man Damar Kom Yuchad Abel Yichtel Lo. Now the way the Mashbiach learns it, it's different than the way we were assuming till now. He's saying that, and the sugya is difficult sugya, that we're changing it. You know what? Don't think that Yichdu is the higher level. No. He says the Manamar that holds that Yichdu Eser a designated lister, it's considered to be muktzah. Certainly, if it's a miyuchad lister on its own, it's also. Manda markom yuchad, anything which is intrinsically designated lister, holds yichto. If you're miyachid lister, that's not going to answer it, which is a little bit counterintuitive to what we were saying, but that's the way it must be. It's a sugya. And this is the. I just going to tell you what the Mashbiach says. It says the sugya chazos chamurahi because the farsh appears from farshim. It's difficult to explain like a farsh explain it. Find mistake for near diksha sham and nisha bekushos. It's near finds it difficult for nearly lama the shibush kachazin alcha bekain tzerchlios. So Mashbiach says I got to change it. It's got like we just changed it. Man mar kosh yichto leiser kosh kem yuchad. Man mar kom yuchad ab yichto lo. Basvar Kano said this is the logic. The miyuchad asher oimel lezeh, if it's miyuchad, which this is its intrinsic purpose, the nasalakach, and it's made for this purpose, v'ol yisel yisoser. It's more of a logic that it should be oser miyichto, that if you designated it, you personally, shein oimel, it's not intrinsically for that purpose, lo nasa is not made for that purpose, raku ashichto lezeh. And he's the one who designated for this purpose. Now, accordingly, the Mashbiach continues with this vein. Masisa pliga mandamar, the Mishnah argues in the mandamar says, call she yichtu lisa aser. The following Mishnah argues on the opinion which holds that call she yichtu, even if you're just miyachid personally, even not intrinsically miyuchad, that it's aser. The thing that we learned there, muchna shalah. This is the Moshe brings this down by from Sechus Kelim. When it doesn't hold up, when you have a box which doesn't hold 40, so he it can be carried. And therefore, Mekabel is Tuma. But the Muchni who opened a galgal, which is the wheel attached to this movable carriage. When it can be it can be moved from the carriage. Ain't a chibur, it's not considered chibur tuma, but ain't desmond. Therefore, it's not measured with it for the medias arbaim saw for the volume 40 saw. But ain't matzah sima ba'olam mace, and it doesn't allow it to be matzah ba'olam mace as a key which is 40 saw would be matzah. If you go into this wagon into the base chorus, where it's matzah near to where if it was the right size, be matzil. So the kalim inside that will come to me when it holds 40 saw. Both the muchna and matzah salem. If the kalim protrude opposite the wheel, it doesn't save them. So so it says that muchna. Back to the Gemara. Muchna shlab is machi nishmetes when it can be removed. Ain't a chibur. It's not connected. Considered to be connected to it. The anything that's what's not measured as part of the 40 saw of the volume of the vessel. And it says remember a mace. It can't save all a mace if a person goes into it. Can't go into it. Ain't going to sub Shabbos bisman sheyesh b'socha mos, and you can't drag it on Shabbos when it has money inside it, because it's not 40 saw. It's not independent. It becomes a basis for the money, and bus is over usher. Suppose if it's 40 saw, it's considered to be significant in of itself. It can't be considered to become a basis to the money inside it. The Tanya law, and we learn concerning this, Mishnah, most the naflu nigreres. It says that if you put money on it, which is yichto, for the purpose of the money, and they fell, since it's not, you're allowed to move the muchni, which the on Shabbos, because not yucheres leiser, even though yichtu leiser, it's not yucheres leiser. So you see a fundamental principle here that bus is davar aser is not if it's not miyuchad, if only yichtu, that falls off on Shabbos. So it's a kashka, and the opinion holds the yichtu suffices to make it muktzah. He said, see, if it's not miyuchad, it's not going to be muktzah. Amar Rav Shesha, we should have said Rabbi Shimoni. That's going to Rabbi Shimon. the Shimon Omar Kava Mutzah Taflo. And the Mashgiach explains that it's specifically Rabbi Shimon, but according to Rabbi Meir, even the fact that Yichtu is enough to answer the entire Shabbos. So that's going to be evidently the Machlokas of Shimon and Meir. Rabbi Shimon holds that Yichtu doesn't answer it, only it's miyuchad, whereas Rabbi Meir holds Yichtu answers it, even if it's not miyuchad. I take that back. It's not precise. So according to Mashbiach, even if it's according to Rabbi Shimon, even if it's miyuchedes, it's like ner, it's mutzah carry. Right, Meir holds even if yichto, it's also to move. And that which it says called ner is metaltlin according to Meir. According to Meir shita, it would have to be only litzorah gufa makomo. But if it's not litzorech gufa makomo, it's another purpose. It's usher because it's if it's miyuchad le'iser. So I'm not sure why it puts that in over here, but in any event, for our purposes, I think it's sufficient to say that Rabbi Shimon, that Mishnah in Kalim is Rabbi Shimon, who says that it's certainly by case of Yichtu, it's if it falls off, it's okay. But the one asking an obvious question. Mara says, "I'm in Lamel. It's an opportunity. Say so about according to everybody. B'shochech. You forgot you don't want it for Kulishim Achtolisser. You forgot the money there. So it's not the buses. Well, you have to say so about Yichtu. So the Gemara says, and according to Rabbi Meir, why is it just say according to Rabbi Shimon? Or you forgot it. So the Gemara, no, you can't say that because the Mishnah has to have a symmetry to it. The Talmud says in Nishmetas, it says if the wheel cannot be removed from the wagon, chibur law, it's going to be a chibur nideresima, and it's measured with it to make a 40. So it says from mace and things on top of the wagon wheel are safe from a mace. Inside the wagon, now you're safe from a mace. The grace of a Shabbos, and you can move it on Shabbos. Even though you put in money, and there you deliberately put in money, because the kli with sheish bar himself is not considered to be subordinate ever to the money. So therefore, ismei maracha divra kol b'shochechu. Can you say that that's about shochech? Obviously, that's not the case, because it's about even if you deliberately put the money in. So therefore, the flip side of it also has to be deliberately put the money on. So if that's the case, so how can it be mutter where it falls off? So that has to only be according to Rabbi Shimon. According to Meir, would be also because yichtel lekach. Rabbi Shimon is mutter because if yichtel lekach, it's still mutter. Okay, because either again, according to Mashbiach, according to Rabbi Shimon, even if it's miyuchad, it's mutter. But at the very least, if it's yichtel, then it's mutter according to Rabbi Shimon. That's why, again, because the symmetry of the Mishnah, we have to say that you left it deliberately, and if it's mutter, it's not mutter according to Meir, it's only mutter according to Rabbi Shimon. Okay, Mastisa pliga mandamar. Here again, the Mashbiach said, Kosh yichtol iser osir. So the following Mishnah seems to argue that pretty much holds that even if you're just miyached it, you designate it, it's not intrinsically designated, it's also. It's Nina, we learned. Hayamin shall be a chavis. If you have a stone on top of a jug, mata tzida benofeles, you can put it on its side. You can turn it sideways, and the stone falls off. What do you mean? You're miyached it for the stone. You put it there. So the Gemara says. So therefore, you see that koshi yichto doesn't answer it, right? You still have to. You can just make sure the stone falls off. Says Gemara, that we could say Rabbi Ba, B'Shem Mechir Barashi said Pazla Rab B'Shocher. That case is talking about where you forgot it there. What about the following case over there? You pick it up. If it was among other jugs, we can't just turn it sideways. You can pick it up and then incline it side and it falls off. You see, Kosh Yichdo is mutter. No, Odi Pasala Rab Shochech. Also, in that case is a better case where you forget. So next Gemara, some of the Mepharshim changed the Girsa. We're going to go with the Girsa as it is here, as the Mashbiach does. Mastisa Pliga Manam are Kam Yuchal Isar also. The following Mishnah seems to argue on the opinion which holds that Kam Yuchal Isar also, that even if it's just, it specifically has to be Miyuchad Isar in order to be also. And here it says, Kovin Salif Neafrochim Shierdu. Evidently, it's about an Arab Shabbos. And you can put a sal in front of the Efrochim Shealu Shierdu. Now, sal is not Miyuchad Isar, right? Yet, Tani Law, Alume Alehan, the Mashbiach points out that in some versions of the, I think it's the Sefta, it doesn't say Me'alehan, it just says Olu. It doesn't say Olamela, it just says Tani Law, also Tautlon. Now I have to move the sal. What do you mean? It's not Miyuchad Isar. So I should be Imiv Yichtu. Not Miyuchad. So Gemara says, "I'm right. Bun Barachia come here. You see what tipater b'mos." Let's say about the sal. I'm yuchad. It's mos. It's a disgusting sal. It's always used for the chicken, so therefore it's mos, and therefore it's miyuchad lekach. It's miyuchad lekach. Even without it's usher to even by number requires miyuchad. This is miyuchad, so therefore it's usher to move on Shabbos. Amarle. So Gemara says, "Wait a minute. Time Rabbi Yoshia." I feel Tirkov, which seem to be other types of measures which are not miyuchad for this purpose. It's like Meimer say Tirkov Musinain. They're going to say in Tirkov are Musin. Or doesn't respond to that, but perhaps they are. But evidently they were not considered Musin. Therefore, it would remain if you saw the Tirkov are known to be not Mos and not miyuchad for the chicks. It's Takakasha. Why should become a basis if it's not a miyuchad lekach? As Korban Veda points out, Lo Mishana Media doesn't, the Gemara doesn't respond to this question. Rabbi Yishem Rav said, Aloha Krabi Meir. We said that Meir says that even if it's just Yuchtu, the Miyachiv for that purpose is already considered to be Muksa. Shmuel Aloha Krabi Yehuda, who said that it's also no matter what. And that goes back to to where we started today, where it said, Kovin Salif Neafrochim Shialu B'Shiyerdu. That Rabbi Yehuda said, even if it's not Miyuchad L'kach, even not Yichtu L'kach, evidently, even if you just put it there, already it's according to Rabbi Yehuda, that would be also. Okay, so it comes out, according to Yerushalmi, that according to Rabbi Yehuda, Bas's Dover also is anything. According to Rabbi Meir, it's only a kli sheyichtu lekach. According to Rabbi Shimon, it's either only a kli yuchal lekach or perhaps nothing whatsoever comes to Bas's. But but in any event, that's where three opinions here. Right? The Meir, Rabbi Meir, even if yichtu lekach. It doesn't even matter if Yichtu become a bus. It's whether Yichtu for the purpose of for this purpose or not. And Shimon. Perhaps if it's a miyuchad lekach, but if it's certainly Yichtu is not going to make it allowed to become buses, and the even miyuchad is not, and certainly if it's you weren't Yichtu lekach, it's not going to become a buses, and perhaps only if it's used for the purpose, which is Dover Oslo, it was Muksa Machmas Isser, and not any other. There would be nothing else would make the Kli forbidden to be without on Shabbos. Bonker Rabbi Yochanan. That's Rabbi Yochanan. What do you say about this? I'm going to say, Ani ain't a Mishnah. I only have the Mishnah. I go like our Mishnah. Call Neres Metalli Chutzan Ner Dali B'Shabbos. The halacha is that if muktzah machmas iser, if you don't go with Shabbos, it's aser. So that's so the thing is that's like Rabbi Meir, it's not our Mishnah. Our Mishnah says it's Italian Nerchosh Lo Yashin. It's a different lashon, right? He's going like and it's Rabbi Shimon Aimer. He's going like the Brisa, which says Meir. So according to Meir, if you're at least if you're Yichto Lakach, there is a basis davar aser. So therefore, he's passing Meir, like Rabbi Shimon. So Rabbi Shimon holds is one thing, but he does hold that there is a cliche basis davar aser. Davar aser is evidently if you're Yichto Lakach, that suffices and already makes it something which is a basis davar aser. Take that back a little bit because actually there was a machlokas what Rabbi Yochanan holds. That's exactly what Rabbi said earlier, right? Because we had said Rabbi Ba Shem Yochanan Madi Rabbi Kom Yuchal so also Karma Kol Shiach also. So we don't know which one actually, or we don't know actually which one he holds, but he holds one of them. Not like Rabbi Shimon, who says that it never comes to the dust of Aser. Like Rabbi Yehuda says, even though Yichdo, even if not Miyuchad, one of the two, Miyuchad or Yichdo, we don't know exactly which one. Okay, so the Gemara says, Shimon Lakish Hori Atrubulis, Shimon Lakish Paskin in Matrubulis, Menorah Katana, Mutter Tautlo. A menorah katana, you're allowed to carry it. And Pnei Moshe says if she should enter them kover lo mokom. So therefore it's some mukum, it's not muktzah machmas kiss on kiss. So Reish Lakish Rabbi Shimon that even if it's yuchad for that purpose, and evidently I guess we see here like explicitly Rabbi Shimon holds that even if it's yuchad, that purpose is still allowed to carry it. Only menorah gedolah is also many times doesn't kover lo mokom. The Karman Adam says no because it has no chlios. Not sure it's not mentioned. Chlios are not mentioned. So that's in the Bible, I think, but it's not in Yerushalmi. Rabbi Chebo, Rabbi Avo, we had different hanhagos, different ways of conducting themselves. Rabbi Chebo, Rabbi Chebo lo mabrin, and they would not remove ner shilikubo from Rabbi Chebo. And Kumriavo Ma'abin. They removed a Ner Sheet Likubo. So like the Pnei Moshe explains, Rabbi Avo, the Pnei Avo Ma'abir, this feel like Rabbi Shimon. It's as long as they're not burning anymore, because Rabbi Shimon says when it's being dilik, once it's not dilik anymore, you're allowed to move it. So he obviously did not hold that it becomes a basel davar aser. He holds like Rabbi Shimon. So therefore, he held you can move it. Rabbi Yasser saw Rabbi Tanchum Bar Chia. Yasser went to Rabbi Tanchum Bar Chia and Bom Mervatu Kumui, and they wanted to remove in front of him a one of these the candelabrum once it extinguished. I mean, Fanenu is in front of us. Like Carmen says, you want to do it in front of us. He was a Talmud Rabbi Chava. That was also actually possibly do it in front of us. Rabbi Yosef Glila, Solkum Rabbi Yosef China, Boy Ma Barte. Rabbi Yosef Glila went in front of Rabbi Yosef China, wanted to move the extinguished candelabrum. Man Sharlach, who permitted for you. We obviously have the way Carmen puts it. Hare Rav Rabbi Yochanan Osim Rabbi Shimon Levi Rabbi Shimon Lakish Matir. So Shnai Keneged Shnai. So it's a suffix who permitted you to do it. Ashkachas Rav Rabbi Yochanan Elaine the Asin Chada. So he said that I mean he's explaining actually. I mean Ashkachas Rav Rabbi Yochanan Elaine the Asin Chada. That's one side. Rabbi Shimon Levi Rabbi Shimon Lakish Elaine Shari Chada. So it's it's 2 on 2. It's one side against another side. So therefore, you should not be allowed to move it. So the article brings down, even though normally by Sfekas Yisur Rabban were a Mako, but evidently the Tais Yishonim says that in Beit Tav Gimel says in Sufik Muktzeh there are times when we're Machmir. I guess this is one of them. Okay, that brings us to Lam Gimel Alf, so we can stop here for today.